guys, we back with another one, and today we're gonna react to this video of Charles Barkley and Gayle King talking to Nikki Haley, and they had to ask her about something in particular that she said when she got on the microphone and said that America has never been a racist nation. When you say something like that, sometimes people just kind of shut off to everything else that you have to say, because when you say something that's that crazy or that far out there, it's hard to believe anything else you say, right? So I'm going to stop it at different points in this video. I offer my little 2 cents, but let's get to this video.
I'm going to start, Gayle.
All right, please.
Governor, I'm dying to vote for you. I mean that sincerely. I want to give all my energy and all my heart behind your campaign, but I was upset when you made the reference that you didn't think America had racism. And my question is, I was disappointed, number one, obviously, but I want to give you a chance. Did you say that because you felt like you needed to say that to the audience? Because I can say, I'm dying to vote for you, and that hurt me. So I would love for you to clarify that, please.
So the way she answers this question will be critical, because this is someone who is obviously going to vote for you, and now they're having second thoughts based on your take right there. You're losing people, you know, with these type of statements. And one thing Chuck said was, did you feel like you had to say that to the audience that was in front of you at that point? You know, were you trying to sell to them? So let's check out what she had to say to that.
So first of all, I never said that there was not racism in America. America is not a racist country. There absolutely is racism in America. I said that America was not a racist country. And the whole point of that is, and Charles, you'll appreciate this, when I grew up, the only Indian family in a small rural southern town, we weren't white enough to be white, we weren't black enough to be black. They didn't know who we were, what we were, or why we were there. If my mom had told me that we lived in a racist country, I would have grown up never thinking I could be governor, never thinking I could be ambassador, never thinking I could run for president.
Okay, your mom told you don't make no excuses, don't let anything surrounding you, any racial epithet somebody came your way, don't let any of that slow you down. Cool. But to say that America, like who founded America, who is at the top? Like, even if you look at sports, entertainment, different things like that, if you trace a lot of these owners' family lineage, you know, back to where the family attained wealth in America, guess what you would find that they used to own? And I'm gonna leave you with that. Let's continue.
But my mom always said, your job is not to show them how you're different. Your job is to show them how you're similar. And it's amazing how that lesson on the playground played throughout my life, whether it was the corporate world, as governor, as ambassador, that once I was ever presented with a challenge, if I first talked about the things we had in common, people would let their guard down, and then we could go towards a solution.
But Governor,
we
I think
have
most people
racism
heard
in
you
our
say
country. Our job should be,
Governor, I think most people heard you say
our job should
that
be
you did not
that we
believe that
stomp out
America had ever
racism.
been a racist country. That's the problem. That we heard you say.
That's not what I
said. We heard. Okay. That's
no,
what we
so
heard.
I never said. I said that America is not a racist country. The premise of America was never to be a racist country.
Now that's cringeworthy right there, what she said, you know, it was never intended to be that way. Now, that's just wrong, miss. You know that is so far from the truth. Like, I mean, well, the sad thing is she may not know that that's far from the truth. And that's even scarier than knowing it's true but saying something different than actually feeling like that's not true. But this does get worse, guys. It gets worse. Let's continue.
And that our number one goal should be to make today better than yesterday. We need to stomp out racism wherever it exists. But if you go and tell kids that they live in a racist country, then you're automatically telling brown and black kids that they'll never be good enough. I don't want our kids to think that. I want them to know that, yes, there is racism. Yes, it is wrong wherever we see it. But that doesn't mean that the country is against you. That means that we need you even more than ever so we can stomp it out wherever we see it.
Now, Ms. Haley, that would be nice if it were that simple and we lived in a world where you could say that and that actually holds weight. I'm actually a father that, my daughter, my black daughter was playing with a white girl out there at the playground. They know nothing about it. My daughter at this time had no, she had no concept of race and barriers right there, right? But the other kid's grandmother, and the other kid didn't either, but the other kid's grandmother comes up and says, we don't play with those. And I guess, the parents are sitting on the bench, so she don't actually know if I'm one of the parents on the bench that can see her, or because they got out there after us, or I'm one of the other parents somewhere else. So I'm sitting here looking the whole time. So when I walk up there, she grabs her granddaughter and walks off. And so at that point, my daughter heard that, and then it was time to have a conversation. Now, granted, she was like 4 at the time, 4 or 5, so it was time to have a conversation at that point. So, Miss Haley, that doesn't work because the world around them, I say that to say this, the world around them is going to teach them that race plays a significant role, whether we want it to or not. And sometimes in our household, we got to have that conversation. And I was holding it off until it presented itself, and lo and behold, it presented itself.
Okay, I really don't want to split hairs, but the exact quote that you said was, America has never been a racist country. I think that's the problem that people objected to. We're not disputing that what you're saying about America is not a racist country. Some people would argue with that. But we're saying that the comment you made that particular day was that America has never been a racist country. And I think that's what caught people off guard, and surprised
and I
many
don't think
people.
And I don't think the premise of America was to be a racist country. I think that they said that, every man was created equal with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And getting it to the place it needed to be America was a work in progress. But I don't think that the basis of America was that we were a racist country. I think the goal was always to have freedom. Now we stumbled along the way, and we've got some parts of our history that were not pretty, but we got past that. I don't think that our founders wanted us to have a racist country. I don't believe that that's the basis that America sits on. So that's what I was saying is I don't think the premise of America was ever to be a racist country. I think it's always to be the best country with the most freedom that allows anybody to be whatever they want to be without government getting in their way or anybody else getting.
Okay, Nikki Haley. So what you speak of is something that was in the Declaration of Independence back in 1776. All men were created equal. Only problem with that is black Americans was looked at as 3/5 of a man. So you can't sit here and say that and expect not to have any pushback. You're missing some critical facts and some context in some of the things that you're saying. You're looking at the inscriptions and the writings and reading, the documents, but not taking into account the way the world was back in those times. There's no way you could be doing that and come to the conclusions that you're coming to. So I feel like you need to go back to the drawing board, study a little bit more, and I know you probably know some things in politics I don't know. I'm telling you, you're missing some of the basic things that everybody knows. So I'm not trying to be like the smartest person in the room or, like I'm talking down to you or nothing like that. But some of the things that you are missing, everyone knows. It's common knowledge. It was taught in basic social studies in school, so this ain't the stuff they was even hiding from us. This is stuff that, the teachers taught us in school. So hopefully you can better answer that question next time somebody asks you. Next time somebody asks you. Because it would have been better to say, yeah, I said that. And I used a poor judgment in my words that day. What I meant was, or, that was option number 1. Or number 2, own it and say that's how I really feel and leave it at that. But the justification and trying to change it around and finagle your way out of that doesn't work. That's not going to work for a lot of people. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section, though. I know you guys have better takes than I did on this. I want to hear from all y'all. Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.